Good afternoon, everybody. It's almost 3:30 in the p.m. here in Ohio. I wanted to get on here and talk about a couple of things. I'm sorry I can't live stream this, but I wanted to do a proper video. I'm not having a real good day today. I re-injured my elbow to a point. I'll probably have a bruise by tomorrow by pulling out those bottles that are in the six-pack of plastic. Kind of bumped my elbow, but with pain meds on board and healing oils, I'm hoping to be okay. But that's not why I'm on here today. Last night, I heard about a Nascar driver dropping the N-word, I guess on TV last night. But he has been suspended. And news just come over the wire while I had lunch that one of their drivers has been suspended indefinitely, but the driver has made an apology and is ordered to attend sensitivity classes. The person suspended, his name is Kyle Larson. He has been suspended indefinitely by NASCAR, and he will not be getting paid during his suspension. It says he has been suspended indefinitely. The sport will require him to attend sensitivity training, the sanctioning body announced yesterday. Chip Ganassi Racing ended their relationship with Larson today. NASCAR stated that their sport has made diversity and inclusion a priority and will not tolerate the type of language used by Kyle Larson during Sunday's racing event. Our member conduct guidelines are clear in this regard, and we will enforce those guidelines to maintain our diverse environment for our entire industry and fan base. Kyle Larson has issued an apology, and even McDonald's, Credit One Bank, Clover, they all terminate sponsorship of Kyle Larson. Earlier yesterday, Chip Ganassi Racing announced that it suspended Larson without pay, stating that they are extremely disappointed by what Kyle said last night during a racing event. The words he chose to use are offensive and unacceptable. As of this moment, we are suspending him without pay while we work through the situation with appropriate parties. Chevrolet, the manufacturer for Chip Ganassi Racing, stated on Monday, Chevrolet has suspended its relationship with Mr. Larson indefinitely, as we do not tolerate this behavior. We will continue to monitor the events surrounding Mr. Larson and are prepared to take additional action. So, let's see. Larson was taking part in the Monza Madness racing exhibition on Sunday night. Video from another competitor's Twitch stream caught the slur from Larson across the audio channel where drivers can talk to all competitors. When a driver speaks on that channel, their name appears on each driver's screen. In the video, Larson, who has Japanese American heritage, says, "You can't hear me. Hey," racial slur. Xfinity driver Anthony Alfredo then said, "Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud." Aaron McKieran said, "Yep, we heard that." IndyCar driver Connor Daly says, "Yikes." NASCAR's Code of Conduct, Section 12.8a, states that NASCAR's membership is a privilege. With that privilege, some certain benefits, responsibilities, and obligations. Correct and proper conduct, both on and off the racetrack, is part of a membership's responsibilities. A member's actions can reflect upon the sport as a whole or on other NASCAR members. Ideally, NASCAR's members are role models for the many fans who follow the sport, regardless of the type of license a member may hold or the specific series in which a member participate. Therefore, NASCAR views a member's conduct, both on and off the track, which might constitute a behavioral rules violation, under the rule book with great importance. The Cup rule book states in section 12.8.1 that a member's action could result in a fine or indefinite suspension or termination. Public statement and or communication that criticizes, ridicules, or otherwise disparages another person based upon the race, color, creed, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, marital status, age, or handicapping conditions. The CUP rulebook in section 12.8.1 factors that NASCAR may consider when reviewing a matter might include when and where the incident or incidents occurred, the perceivable or potential ramifications to others and or to the sport, available empirical data, a member's past history, possible effects to fans, workers, and crew, any extenuating circumstances. Was the explanations plausible given the circumstances? Was there an indication or genuine remorse or attempts to work things out with the other parties in a civil manner, and so on? Let me take down this little blip on the president. I'm not going to even deal with that today. But let's see. Around the time that Mr. Larson had been suspended indefinitely, he was in the last year of his contract at Chip Ganassi Racing and was expected to be among the top free agents available. Credit One Bank, one of the sponsors of Larson's number 42 at Chip Ganassi Racing, said in a statement that it denounces the highly offensive language used by Kyle during Sunday's racing event, or iRacing event as it's written here. And it says from Capital One on their Twitter, which you can go to, Credit One Bank denounces the highly offensive language used by Kyle during Sunday's iRacing event. We support the quick actions from and by NASCAR and the Chip Ganassi Racing team to suspend Kyle indefinitely. From Credit One Bank. And it says, also, Monday, iRacing announced that it had suspended Larson indefinitely, stating his language last night during a streamed online race was both offensive and inappropriate and in violation of the sporting code. As such, Kyle Larson has been suspended indefinitely from the iRacing service. So, yeah. Let's read some of the comments down below in this article. I'm sure it says NASCAR clearly needs Kyle Larson a lot worse than Larson needs NASCAR. Just another typical NASCAR knee-jerk reaction. They just can't keep them from shooting themselves in the foot. I'll not view anything to do with NASCAR until Larson is put back in the car, and I'm building followers. 637 people have jumped on the bandwagon just since 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock this morning. Most fans have had enough of NASCAR's two-faced actions. They're trying real hard to have no fans when they go back to racing. And another one says, saying this is wrong and always wrong. There has to be consequences. Do I believe he is racist? Absolutely not. But you'll have to draw a line somewhere. Sponsors have a lot at stake. If you think this is okay, you're an idiot. Since when is saying a word in private online that is used by a large majority of a certain ethnicity on a daily basis is bad or worse than cheating or beating a woman? Oh, that's right, it's 2020, and we are all sheep. Wow, NASCAR even watching iRacing, even forcing I. Wait a minute. Wow, NASCAR even watching iRacing for people doing stupid stuff. Let's see. The last one on here says, this is the second good NASCAR driver to say or do something while iRacing, and I have overwhelming real-world consequences levied against them. Yes, NASCAR is a sport that prides itself on being more family-oriented. But Kyle Larson is definitely not the first or the last to say something that upset the politically correct heads of NASCAR. Like the time Dale Earnhardt Jr. had 25 points jerked away from him and a $10,000 fine for saying a curse word during an interview after a Talladega race. There have been fights on pit road and did not end with such strong consequences. But no one says anything about that because these events get coverage and ratings go up. Reality check right now is a difficult time and everybody's under a lot of stress. iRacing is not NASCAR, and how does over-punishing athletes for something that they did while playing a video game help this sport? It does not. If I was a driver, I would immediately pull out of iRacing before I received criticism for something. But they're doing it for NASCAR fans that cannot attend a race. I think that is why Kyle is being punished so hard. And he should be punished. Shouldn't be allowed in public. It shouldn't be allowed online. I'd share the audio here, but I don't want to get a strike for that. I'm sure you can find the link in this article. I'm going to try and find it after I get this done, but yeah. NASCAR has finally put the foot down on a top driver for NASCAR. And they're doing these iRaces for people that can't actually get out to a race. We are all under massive quarantine. And if you can't handle your language on an online forum where people are actually watching these things and listening to what you say over the radio, then you should be suspended. You should lose your pay. And it would teach you, gee, maybe I shouldn't talk like that. Maybe I should better myself as a person. And I don't even allow that slang around my house. I don't allow anybody to use the N-word, or I don't even allow people to use cripple or gimp around my house. And I've heard it all. And, there's a lot of people that use the N-word. Check out the film Django Unchained. They have a bumper crop of the N-word. And I won't watch that movie. I've watched it maybe once. That's all. But I don't allow that word in my house. I don't allow the N-word in my house. I don't allow retard in my house. I don't allow gimp in my house. The only time I ever use words like that is because I let people know what life is like for persons with disabilities. Just like black people don't like to be called the N-word. But like they say, there is a clear double standard. Brothers can use it against other brothers. Hey, what's up, my N? I'd say we do away with the N-word. Pure and simple. Say, hey, what's up, my brother? What's up, my sister? But you can't punish NASCAR for them trying to do the right thing and clean up the sport. And if you're doing iSports in the time of the coronavirus, then people are actually watching and monitoring what these people say. And once I get this video up, I'll be sure to share the link to this article. I want you to read it. And I think that NASCAR and whoever sponsored him was doing the right thing. Because, to some people in the comments section of that article, to some of them, it may be just a, quote, video game. But you got men, women, kids, and whoever else out there watching these things. And it's a part of the sport for the time being, probably for the next 2 years. So, if you can't handle what you're saying online, then you got a problem. That's all I'm going to say for now, and maybe after I get some more trash out here after 6, I'll get back on and do another chat, but I don't know. I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully we can get some good conversations going, even though I can't stream right now. So, take care and stay warm, because it's colder than fuck here in Columbus. So, and I think we might have some snow here this weekend. So, yeah, how fun is that, huh? But I'll get in here and start cleaning up my house. That's what I intend to do. So take care. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the week if I'm not on between now and then. So read the article and let me know what you think. Bye.